Palantir stock is up over 200% in the past year, and there's rumors that Palantir could be set for a new all-time high in the coming days. With earnings due tomorrow, in this video I am going to analyze Palantir stock and what we can expect in the near term. This is a must-watch video for Palantir stockholders. Before we get into the video, if you find any value in this, can I ask you to smash the like button? It literally costs nothing, but it helps the channel out so much. I'm aiming to get 400 likes on this video. Help me achieve this goal. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any new content like this. I'm not a financial advisor, this is not financial advice, so always do your own due diligence. Now there's a lot to discuss, so let's get straight into it. So what is Palantir Technologies? Palantir is a software company that builds the world's leading platforms for data-driven operations and decision-making. Palantir specializes in data analytics. Its software lets businesses capture and integrate data, develop and manage AI and machine learning models, and build applications that incorporate those data sets and models. These applications help workers make better decisions, and Palantir develop long-term partnerships with organizations, working together to help them realize the value in their data and transform how they operate. The company provides solutions for many industries, such as automotive, cyber, financial compliance, law enforcement, and defense forces, among others. It serves various private enterprises, public institutions, and non-profit organizations. Palantir is a fully global company and has operations in North America, Europe, Asia, and the Middle East, but Palantir is headquartered in the US. So that's a very simple breakdown of what Palantir is and what they do. Now, Palantir recently debuted a new product called AIP, or Artificial Intelligence Platform, which brings support for large language models and generative AI to its existing software. With industry analysts having praised Palantir for its technology developments, ranking Palantir as a leader in the artificial intelligence and machine learning and data science market in many reports over the past 2 years. AIP can be huge. CEO Alex Karp said demand for AIP was a key growth driver. As he said here, momentum with AIP is now significantly contributing to new revenue and new customers. AIP is the connective tissue, and the organic and unconstrained demand for its capabilities is unlike anything that we have seen in the past 2 decades. So this is what CEO Alex Karp has said in his recent shareholders letter. So this begs the question, can Palantir Technologies be a $1 trillion stock by 2030? But before I look at this, Palantir is set to release their quarterly earnings report on Monday, and this will have a huge impact on the share price for Palantir stock this week. In the last earnings report, Palantir reported encouraging financial results in the fourth quarter. Its customer count climbed 35%, and the average existing customer spent 8% more. In turn, revenue increased 20%, $608 million, and non-GAAP net income doubled to reach 8 cents per diluted share. For full year 2023, this gave an adjusted earnings per share of 25 cents. Now, as of Monday, this will be old data. So what's more important now is the guidance that they have for the current earnings report. So Palantir have set guidance for Q1 of between $612 and $616 million. It also estimated 2024 sales of between $2.65 and $2.67 billion, and expects to report free cash flow between $800 and $1 billion this year, providing the company with enough room to target acquisitions and invest heavily in organic growth. And I fully expect Palantir to absolutely smash this, and I will talk more about why I think they will do that in just a moment. But Wall Street analysts are expecting Palantir to just marginally beat this guidance, with the consensus estimate of $617 million. Personally, I think looking at the trends, looking at how Palantir is doing, I think this could be closer to $630, maybe even $640 million, or somewhere in between, which I will look at in just a moment. But first, could Palantir Technologies be a $1 trillion stock by 2030? How much could Palantir Technology stock be worth if it continues to grow at a rate of more than 20% for the next 7 years? Now, there's a lot of hype and excitement around Palantir these days, and we can see that with the fact that so many people are talking about the stock right now, and that the stock price is up over 200% in the past year. Many investors are hopeful that the company can be the next big name in technology. Today, the business is worth around $50 billion. But with so much potential on the horizon, is it possible for this to become a $1 trillion stock by the end of the decade? First of all, Palantir signed a deal with Oracle last month, where they announced that the two companies would be joining forces to provide cloud and AI solutions to both businesses and governments, where Palantir will use Oracle's cloud infrastructure and Palantir's AI platform will be deployable on Oracle's cloud network. By combining Palantir's advanced analytics solutions with Oracle's strong and reliable infrastructure, together the companies can provide business and government organizations with robust solutions. And as it says here, Palantir's profits could surge. Now, this, along with huge deals that the company is already signing, will have a huge impact. Back in March, Palantir signed a $178 million US Army contract focused on AI. This contract covers the deployment and the delivery of the Titan ground station system, the Army's next generation deep sensing capability enabled by Palantir's AI and ML. This $178 million contract is Palantir's fourth largest contract by annual run rate, and there is far more to come. Remember that Palantir has only become profitable in recent quarters, and this has reflected in the share price going up over the recent months. But this is still just the beginning, and this is still early days for Palantir. Which brings us back to the question of could Palantir be worth $1 trillion by 2030? And this is an important question. Right now, Palantir is about $23 with a market cap of $50 billion. A $1 trillion valuation would imply a price per share based on the current share structure of more than $450 per share. Now, I'm assuming that plenty of you watching this video right now would consider this to be impossible and that the stock price could actually rise that much, going up from just $20 up to $450. But just remember that less than 10 years ago, Nvidia was a penny stock. Nvidia was valued at less than $4, and yet in 2024, Nvidia has reached over 900. And importantly, what do Palantir and Nvidia have in common? Yes, AI. Whether you believe in AI or not, we've seen it in the stock market. AI has been massive over the past year, and AI is tipped to become the biggest wealth creator in history. And Alex Karp has said that Palantir will become the biggest AI company in the world, which goes back now to my original question. Can Palantir be worth $1 trillion by 2030 when you consider all of this? So let's be a bit bullish and assume that the AI platform will draw in a lot of customers and that the company's top line will grow at an annual growth rate of 25% until then. Right now, Palantir is only expecting its revenue to rise about 20% per year. Based on those assumptions, by the end of 2030, Palantir's revenue would come in at around $10.6 billion per year, assuming a 20% profit margin. This would mean its per year earnings would be about $2.1 billion, and assuming the company has roughly 2 billion shares outstanding at the time, its earnings per share would be approximately $1.05. Now, if investors are willing to pay a multiple of 50 times earnings, Palantir could command a price of around $53, which would put its valuation at around $107 billion, which is a long way short of $1 trillion. So considering this, but we need to consider that there is nothing stopping Palantir from exceeding this growth expectation. Like this says here, this is the bullish point of view. I don't think this is the bullish point of view at all. This is just assuming that the company actually achieve what they've said they've done without smashing their own expectations, which is something that I think that they could very possibly do. So if the company could achieve, say, an annual growth rate of maybe 40% instead of 25% here, and over the next 6 years until 2030, they improve their margins to say 30% instead of 20%, all of which is very possible, then a parabolic move upwards becomes very possible. Just look at how Nvidia stock went parabolic this year. But guys, there is nothing certain, and this is just my opinion, and there's a lot of variables that need to be considered. For one, 2030 is a long way away. And right now, this is not financial advice. A lot of things can happen in the next 6 years. Now, there's a lot of talk on social media right now about Palantir, but always do your own due diligence. Remember that I'm not a financial advisor, but if you enjoyed this analysis, then please like and subscribe. And if you want to see me analyze Palantir's Q1 earnings report during the week, then drop a comment down below and let me know. Let me know that you want to see more Palantir content. Let me know if you want to see a full analysis of the company, breaking down exactly what they do and where I think that the most growth could come over the next decade. Now, I hope you make a load of money on this stock. Follow me on Twitter and I'll catch